Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to what is going to end up being the last video before the Kickstarter ends in 3 days' time from the recording of this video. So, in this track, I am going to talk about the religious theme, or the temple theme. In this video, I am working on what is labeled as the religious theme, but recently I've been calling it the temple theme. I don't know why. It's really kind of the same thing. So, what is going on in this track is a lot of my inspiration is loosely based off of old Gregorian chants, which is usually all vocal with maybe an accompanying instrument, primarily an organ or bells. So in this case, I have that same thing, but I'm more basing it off of... So, oddly enough, this is loosely based on Gregorian chants, but I'm visualizing Buddhist temples. So it's going to be a little bit of mix. So I've got a Chinese gong, the Buddha bell, which you have seen in my horror track, and then I have vocal ahs, vocal oohs, and then vocal eaos and aes, as they are spelled out. And then I have sleigh bells, which are used very sparingly, but kind of give a little bit of extra flavor. And then the Dynasty Odaiko is not doing anything at the moment. The Chinese kettle drums are also very sparingly used. Earthquake is there just in case, and then the prayer circle, which I also used in the horror track, is providing some of the bells. So as you heard in the beginning, you've already got that. That's part of the concept track that I put on the front page. So where I have been adding on, let's see, this is the end right here. You will notice that for the vocals, I have been very liberal with the amount of pitch wheel that I've been using. Now, you can't really tell the way that the vocal samples work. It's really kind of hard to tell when the pitch is being shifted. However, it does give a lot of the change in it kind of changes the timbre a little bit. It's a very subtle difference when you do the pitch shifting, and it actually really helps bring out the color of the religious music. Like right here. See, you could barely tell right there, but it is noticeable, and it kind of makes it sound more human other than just a very straight ah. It's more ah, like that. So more like the voices are quivering under their devotion to whatever religion that they are practicing under. So this is where I ended right here, approximately. And I started going away from the single tone Gregorian chant, and I'm slowly shifting to more, ever so slightly more rhythmic religious music, which is going to end up being over here. And for now, I'm just kind of breaking it up between vocals and the various instruments that are also going into this. I've also got organ samples, but I haven't decided if I'm going to put those in. I probably won't, because that is very much not Eastern in any way. But it does sound really cool. depending on how it sounds, I might also record my own voice just to add a little touch of realism and see if that helps. If it doesn't really fit well with the sound samples, I won't do it. But if it does, that might be something that I'll do to add to it. And then I'll also be able to utilize my voice to have some more interesting rhythmic options when it comes to lead melodies, or what equates to lead melodies in religious temple chanting. So let's just sample a little bit of what I've got done here. So I think that is how I'm going to continue it. I'm going to get more and more going from a single tone melody, which is where I started with just the aww, and move on to more and more more polyphonic music, just slowly shifting, you know, brighter chords, brighter voices, more instruments, and then slowly fade back when it's about time to loop, fade back to what is right now, or where it starts as the monophonic, more monophonic type of music. And that's about all I have for you for this track. I ended on probably the most simple track that I am writing at the moment. So yeah, in 3 days' time, the Kickstarter is going to end, whether it is successful or not. And if it is successful, woohoo! But if it's not, which is more likely the case, then what is going to happen, and I mentioned in my previous update through text, what I'm going to do is this music is all going to be finished at some point in the future. Regardless, it'll just take longer if the Kickstarter doesn't succeed. So what is going to happen is I'm going to continue working on this when I can, and when it is done, I'm going to upload it to my Bandcamp account, which I drop something, which I linked to in my previous update. And when it is uploaded there, everybody that is a backer, because I'm fairly certain that, well, I've got all the emails at least. I kept all of the email notifications about who's currently backing. So I will send a message to everybody with a link to my Bandcamp account when the tracks are done and uploaded, so that if you are still interested, then they will be available for purchase through Bandcamp. So that is all I have. Now, I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you very much for supporting me. And remember to keep being awesome. Bye-bye.